Greetings. Today's guest is a Bach Stradivarius large bore trumpet made in the mid-1970s. I bought this in 2001 and had it restored a couple of years later. This horn is from the so-called early Elkhart period, which runs from roughly 1965 till the mid-1970s. Bach instruments from this period are my favorites. I like these early Elkhart horns even more than my New York or Mount Vernon Bachs. Maybe because I grew up playing one. The build quality is generally excellent. This horn is stock. Bach Strads of this period have the two-piece nickel and brass valve casings. Nickel here, brass here. And they also have brass valve guides, although these have been changed. They're not the original ones. By the way, brass guides tend to brighten the sound. You can hear the difference if you try switching your horn back and forth between brass and nylon guides. Or you can replace a nylon third valve guide with a brass guide and see how you like it. Brass guides, unfortunately, are also noisier. These still have the elegant sculpted pinky hook at this time. But at some point in the early 70s, they started using slightly thinner bell braces. You can't really get a good look at that. These have a narrower footprint than previous bell braces used. And the third slide stop here has been reversed. That was done by me. It's not original. So what's so special about this model? Well, first of all, Bach no longer makes the large bore model. At least I can't find it on the Conselmer website. Seems that the medium and extra large bore models have also been put out to pasture. I have a great 38 medium bore horn, and we'll have a video on that soon. Is a large bore Strad super free blowing and dark? Well, not really. These came with a 25 bell standard. The 25 is a slow taper bell. That is, it's almost cylindrical as it runs along. And wham, flares out at the end. As opposed to the fast taper, say, of a 72 bell. So it seems that the brighter, tighter 25 bell was well suited to the large bore and somehow compensated for the larger tubing. But it's only 0.03 of an inch larger than a medium large horn. So is there really a huge difference? Not in my experience. I believe that the bell and lead pipe combination can be more determinate in the resistance and tone of a horn. Anyway, these standard combinations such as the 25 bell with the 25 lead pipe and the large bore were most likely the result of Vincent Bach's extensive experimentation, as well as popularity among his customers. Corporation bell, is this automatically better than other bells? No. Does it mean the bell has a side seam? No. This bell has its seam at about 7 o'clock. You can't see it, obviously, on the video. If anyone has any tangible information on the possible difference or superiority of a corporation bell, please share it in the comments. Based on the Bach instruments that I own or have owned, approximately 50, the word corporation was removed and a slightly different stamp was created with the registered trademark symbol above the signature, but only for the 37 bell in roughly 1971. Around that same time, the first slide thumb hook was added and the instrument's serial number was no longer stamped on each valve. Sorry for the quality of the following pictures. Here's a 37 ml lightweight number 68422 with the new stamp. 72 MLV number 68821 with the corporation stamp. 37 ml number 61174 with the newer stamp. 43 ml number 62596 with the corporation stamp. This 25L has a serial number in the 96,000 range. So the new 37 bell stamp coexisted for years with the use of the corporation stamp on 25, 38, 43, and 72 bells. The Bach loyalists estimates that 43 bells bore the word corporation until the early 80s. I have a 72 lightweight in the 147,000 range, made in the late 70s with the corporation stamp. But my first pro horn was a 37 ml in the 121,000 range, bought in 1977, and has the newer stamp, and on and on. So I believe that the use of corporation bell as a positive selling point by some people on the internet is meaningless. There, I said it. It's a fun horn to play. As I mentioned, it doesn't feel exceptionally big to me. We heard a little sample during the intro. Now let's go down to the studio and listen a little bit more closely.